What's going on, bro? Welcome back to my channel. Listen, man. So the internet has been going ablaze these last few hours, which is crazy, man. So Vlad TV is like he's a blogger, you know what I'm saying, and he do interviews and stuff like that. Interview people, and he's pretty big in the industry or whatever. You know what I mean? He's pretty big and it's interviewing people. But he's also a controversial person also because I say that because a lot of people that goes on there, mostly rappers, people, gang members and stuff like that, people who also controversial as well goes on there and they tell all their business. A lot of people call Vlad TV the police and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I say it's not really Vlad being police. It's like he will ask a question and it's up to the interviewer to answer that question. And a lot of times the interviewer right there will tell a whole story about everything, just kind of telling on themselves, which is crazy. And some of them even went to jail after being interviewed on Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? So also, as well, we already know Tory Lanez, who's a rapper, is in jail, you know what I'm saying, for some years for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, who's a rapper as well. And, you know, this whole situation going on, Tory Lanez want a new trial and stuff like that. Tory Lanez want to be released. And now it seems Tory Lanez might get some help for somebody. And I say that because there's a bodyguard who was there as well, allegedly who was there, that saw the situation, that's saying that Tory Lanez wasn't the one that shoot Megan Thee Stallion. It was Megan Thee Stallion's friend Kelsey that actually shoot her. You know what I'm saying? So the situation is wild. But the main thing is that went viral yesterday is Vlad TV posted something on his Twitter, and I must say, man, it went up a storm, man. Everybody reacting to it. Is it truth? Is it sarcasm or what? But I'm gonna read a tweet and listen. Let's get into it, man. So Vlad TV tweet this right here yesterday, man. He says, "I have a confession. Rock Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory." Now that right there, this right here is crazy because we already hear that Megan Thee Stallion is part of Rock Nation, and Rock Nation is her label, or whatever, and they kind of really backing her. You know, what I'm saying, with Jay-Z and stuff like that. So a lot of people already think like, oh, they already against Tory Lanez, and she has a lot of help, which is crazy. But let's continue. So it says, and they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragment. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay's payroll, and it doesn't start with LA, but you're not ready to hear that part. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. Now, if you don't know, Tory Lanez was in prison and he got stabbed at least about 14 times a few months ago by this guy, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Some people say that was a setup, or some people say, nah, they had something going on and the guy stabbed him. I don't know, but let's continue. So it says the three Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal all paid off by the Rock Mafia. Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory, even though it's a state case. Trump can only pardon federal cases, but not. But knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. And lastly, it says, I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. Wow. So this tweet right here has 10.7 million views, 97,000 likes. Wow, that's crazy. 20,000 shares. Let's read some tweets, some comments. So somebody comment said, Vlad, stop clout chasing, dude. If it's true that Jay paid you, then you know you can't possibly be the only blogger he paid. So considering everything you just said, why didn't you name any other bloggers who Jay supposedly paid? And Vlad TV said, even every blogger is on Jay-Z's payroll. We all got paid with Bitcoin. Now that the price dropped, you will see a lot of us turning on him. Oh my god, this is crazy, man. Somebody also said it's over for Jay-Z. I keep saying he would be the only guy arrested from the Epstein files, the fall guy. And Vlad says it's deeper than that. Jay-Z is Epstein. Now that right there should have thrown people really like, okay, Vlad, you tripping right here. Like you really faking this tweet. You know what I'm saying? And somebody else said, damn, Vlad, is it safe to be out there? And Jay-Z could have your security on payroll. Vlad said, I always use Rock Nation security. I might need to get my own now. Like, this is great. We already know the Epstein file. Um, Another file has been released. You know what I'm saying? And Jay Z name was on there. You know, there's a lot of names on there, but Jay Z name was on there. Now that tweet right there, has everybody in uproar. You know what I'm saying? If you read it just one time, that means you would believe everything that's on that tweet right there. You believe everything he said. But if you really read it and really understand, like, hold up, this doesn't sound right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people believe this tweet, man. I read it twice. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw it, I was like, yo, he might be on to something. Then I realized, nah, I think he just being sarcastic, man, which is crazy. But Vlad did end up talking to a streamer named Sneeko and kind of came out and kind of say what the tweet was about and what made him did that. So this right here is Vlad talking. Vlad just called to say he was rage baiting with that Jay-Z Rock Nation tweet. People don't understand sarcasm. 12 do it if they didn't do it. Let's see what he said.
I don't want to talk to these pimps getting guys to jerk off. Stay on that side. Vlad's calling me. Hey, Vlad, what's going on?
Yeah, what's good?
How you doing, man? I'm on stream right now. Is it okay?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so I saw your tweets about Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Is everything okay? Are you in a safe spot?
Man, people just do not know sarcasm, do they? It's just, sarcasm really just goes over people's heads. It really surprises me.
Okay, so you're trolling.
So right there, he's saying he was trolling. You know, saying the tweet with just sarcasm. He faking it.
Of course I'm trolling, man.
Okay, so what's the purpose of this? Is it
Jay did a verse on the Judge's Grandson's album? Like,
okay?
how is this not obvious?
Yeah, the timing is strange because now he's getting revealed in the Epstein files. So I'm sure and especially a lot of people do see how Tory Lanez is innocent.
I guess, man. Do they really? I mean, he was convicted by 12 jurors. His appeal has been denied. Like, come on.
You don't actually,
Really?
you think that Megan Fox is the one, you think that he shot her in the foot?
Megan Stallion? He said Megan Fox.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about, so
He shot her too?
no. Okay, so, all right, you're just trolling.
Yeah, man. Look, at the end of the day, we don't exactly know what happened, but when you shoot a woman and she's willing to take the stand and say that person shot me, that is very hard to get over. And if he really didn't shoot her, then he should have taken the stand and said that. And, just all the pieces, and he's talking to Kelsey over the jail phone and he's apologizing to her and she's the shooter. How you gonna be in jail and apologize to the person who put you there?
Well, I mean, obviously, maybe they forced his hand, but I did see his bodyguard, his security.
His hand? He was in jail.
His security just went public and said the opposite of what the mainstream narrative is.
No, not his security, Kelsey's security, who was not her security the night of the actual incident. That was her security during the trial, and he said that he overheard her saying that. That's the story. And that story is from May of last year. And that appeal that they try to file was denied.
What about the forensic evidence where it said that she stepped on glass? That's what the original doctor's report was, correct?
She said that she stepped on glass originally because she said that she didn't want to see everyone arrested. But then when she went to the hospital, to the doctor, the actual doctor took the stand and said there was bullet fragments. And he pulled those out. And then at first he said she wasn't shot. But then when they filed the appeal, he said that Kelsey was a shooter and he hit her arm and the gun fell to the ground and fired 2 more times.
Vlad, if Rock Nation just pressed you, you could say that too. If you got the call from Rock Nation, be honest.
Have you ever shot a gun before?
Of course.
Okay. Have you ever dropped a gun on the ground and it fired twice?
I have not.
Can you imagine any situation with a gun where you drop it on the ground and it fires 2 times?
Okay.
I'm asking you, as someone who shoots guns, can you imagine that situation happening under any sort of physical condition? His lawyers actually said this in a press conference.
Okay, I mean, she lied on Megan Thee Stallion. She lied on
that's how she got shot.
On Gayle King. She said that she never had a relationship with him that was sexual, and then later she did.
Absolutely, she lied about that. But she was not taking the stand. At the end of the day, you could lie in interviews, but when you take the stand, it's a very different story.
Yeah, this whole situation is kind of crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That right there, Vlad coming out and saying, you know what? That tweet was sarcasm. I was joking around. Why you joking around like that? Why is you even, you know what I'm saying, coming out and talking crazy like that with the things that you said? You know what I'm saying? But come to find out that Vlad TV, I don't even think he had like Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? So I think even a few years ago, something happened between them. So ever since then, Vlad TV kind of had that vendetta against Tory Lanez. You know what I mean? So that whole case was wild. And he got a point there. It's like, why Tory Lanez didn't really took the stand. Like, come on, man. Like, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? You made millions, you got a millions of fans, you got kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose out on making more millions for your life and you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you take the stand? That's one thing I didn't understand. Like, that was crazy. You know what I mean? That whole case was wild. But today, man, DJ Academics as well also spoke on the situation. I'm not gonna play the whole 6 minutes of it, but I'm gonna play some of what DJ Academics said as well today.
Sarcastic about it because yes, I do believe the initial tweet is sarcastic. If you know, I do believe it is sarcastic, absolutely. And I'm going to go down it line by line, but I have two problems. Number one, you're using Tory to make everybody who has believed any of these things look like a complete idiot for everything and trying to absolve other things that there's legitimate questions about. That's a problem. There's many questions to be had about Jay-Z, and we will bring them up today. So you're saying because so now you want to, get your little slam dunking on Tory that you're now saying, oh, if y'all believed all these things about Jay, you're an idiot. No. That's why they're now saying it's sarcastic. They're going to continue to say it's sarcastic because, and somebody said, what's the point of the tweet? The point of the tweet is trying to lump everyone who believed this. And remember, it's his most viral tweet. Lump y'all up in a bag and say, these are the idiots. They believe anything. That's the point of the tweet. He basically led into anything that people thought, had doubts about, had questions about. He put something out there, not meaning it. Remember, this is sarcastic. You gotta be able to determine, satire and sarcasm through a tweet. And if you believed it, the dunk here is you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Now, there's going to be a few people that believe, nah. He's telling the truth. It's just the check just finally got clear. I believe Vlad in him saying he put this out as sarcasm, but his reason to put it out was, number one, the Tory angle. He has an axe to grind there. I can't tell how many times I've watched I've watched Vlad do an interview about Tory Lanez's case and the same line of conversation or questioning come up. Yeah, I told people from the get-go Tory was guilty. I talked to Tony Yayo. He came on the show. Tony Yayo said, Tony Yayo is a fucking expert at this. Tony Yayo says, well, if you shoot someone and this person gets on the stand, you're done. Okay. People, we know this is a issue that people are divided on. I'm not one that's going after people who believe he did do it. And I understand the people who believe he didn't do it. It's a split issue. But Vlad has kind of taken issue with people who still are skeptical or who believe he might come home and then you get bad news that, hey, listen, he lost the appeal. So that's the first part. The second part is this. With your attempt to try to sum everybody up as if you believe this tweet that I'm sending out for sarcasm, this is a stupid test. Well, let's figure out the stupid people in hip hop. And yes, for the people who are tuned in here, Vlad kind of put this out to say, if you're intrigued by this, you're the sheep, you're dumb. You believe anything. So I'm going to just be sarcastic. You're going to believe it. Vlad tweets a lot of times a day. He would have cleared this up if it was, oh shit, this is blowing up too far. Let me clear it up. He's saying, let's get all the sheep together. So for all the people who believe this, you're dumb. Here's my problem with that. Because while you tweet this out, there's many things that you have claimed in this that have a lot of credence. That I don't think that even Vlad maybe is as knowledgeable about what he's assuming or what he's trying to absolve by claiming it's sarcasm. So the idea of sarcasm is saying when you later tweet out, right? When you later tweet out and you claim it's sarcasm, you said, well, you know, I got paid $10K a month. Then during the trial, it went up to $50K a month. And then you're like, oh, no, that was a lie. But if you believe that lie, you believe anything. The truth is a little bit more cynical than just, oh, you're getting paid for Rock Nation. And that's where the problem I have with it is, because you're making it sound ridiculous that maybe there's an entity within hip hop, maybe Rock Nation, that's doing underhanded things that we're all seeing and more people are becoming awoke to over time.
Yeah, man. So DJ Academic has a point there. Like Vlad coming out this right here and saying all that stuff right there. Like, why? Why is you saying all this stuff now? And why are you not really coming out? You name it some big name, Donald Trump or Jay-Z. These guys are high profile. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang. But listen, man, I know Vlad was that shit was forecasting, you know what I'm saying? Most of that stuff he said, like, man, this shit ain't real. But I did have to read it twice. I'm not gonna lie to you, because at first I'm like, yo, that was crazy. Maybe he is right, because Vlad TV, he has influence and he know a lot of people as well, and he has a plug and stuff like that. Knowing information, just like DJ Academics, but come to find out, man, he was just bull jobbing around and the tweet was fake. He was just saying stuff. You know what I mean? But listen, y'all tell me what y'all think about the whole situation, yo. What y'all think about Vlad TV saying all this stuff in his tweet? Do y'all believe any of it? Or maybe it's something behind this? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, yo.